Hey folks, welcome back. It is another week. It is the week of October 7th, 2013. We have a staff meeting on Monday night. Missy will be working with us on some field trip, health procedure things. So please make sure you're there and ready to go by 3:25 because we'll be starting right then. Also, I have about a dozen PLC meetings this week with different teams around the school. I'll talk a little bit more about PLCs a little bit later in this broadcast. But welcome to October. Officially, here we go. All right, as promised, we've got the STAR test dates for winter and spring all squared away. I'll put them on the screen here as soon as I'm done with this little section. We have set up 6 days for each test session for winter and spring. 2 days for 5th grade because we're going to have one team test one day. The other two teams test the other day. That'll help with moving computers around and so on. And then 6th grade has a day, 7th and 8th grade have a day each, and then a day for makeup. So mark your calendars with the dates that flash up on the screen here in just 1 second. Alright, I've got some very exciting news to announce. We've ordered 90 Chromebooks and 3 carts, so we are very excited to be adding those machines to our school. 2 of those carts will go directly to digital communications in 7th grade. They need those, that's been a priority all along. The other cart will start out over at the 5-6 side and are there in the LMC and will be able to be checked out by staff. Having digital communications, having access to 2 carts on their own, frees up room 10 and 27 dramatically for the year. So we're really excited to be adding 90 machines. The plan, of course, is to add more as we move forward. Now that the big wireless project is done, we can start moving forward with some more computers whenever we can make that happen. All right, next thing, PLC groups for the month of October. I shared a fresh document with you this last week to put your notes from your PLC meetings on. Do make sure that that information gets put on the protocol sheet or the journal entry. I'm especially interested this month in finalizing PLC goals for each SMART goals for each PLC team, as well as kind of what's the plan, how are we going to get there by the end of the year for each PLC team. So make sure that gets documented. It's really important that we get that stuff set up before we start moving forward with those goals. Alright, another thing I'll be sharing with everyone, I'll send the link to some SLO examples that are on the DPI website. As we write SMART goals, it's really a good idea for us to write those in such a way that they kind of fit for SLOs, or student learning objectives. That's part of the new Effective Educator system, which will be going into place for everybody next year. So it's good just to check those out. The ones that are on the DPI website are not necessarily exemplars, and they're certainly not necessarily the ones that aren't very good. They're just examples that have been put up there for us to look at. Alright, last but not least, just a couple quick announcements. Many of you know that we have posted for a .5 support staff position. We'll be interviewing for that as soon as we can, later this week or beginning of next. And that position will help us fill in some gaps that we've got in some of our special education areas. Also, with the STAR training happened last week, lots of great information on how to use that data. So we're excited to start digging into some of that. And our November staff meeting will be focusing on Effective Educator, looking at the 4 domains from the Charlotte Danielson model, and getting an update from our pilot teachers, and Greg Vandehey, Greg Gorez, and David O'Keefe. So that's it for the news this week, everyone. Have a great week. See you in the hallways, and stay classy.